With Barbie doll makeup looks being the trend, why don't we take a closer look at this Dreamy, ethereal, and Douyin makeup, also known as Douyin makeup, inspired by Chinese social media. The Douyin makeup look actually draws inspiration from international makeup trends. The heavy base makeup comes from Western YouTube beauty influencers. The bright, sparkly, shiny eyes with long lashes by Japanese manga characters. And finally, the thin, sharp eyeliner and the Aegyo Sal, which are known to be eye bags, yes, you heard it right, by Korean superstars. I wanted to give this trend a try and I didn't regret it. As you can see, I kind of look cute and younger than my actual age, which is 32 by the way, and you might too, so let's get started. First of all, we work on the base. I have applied my skincare already in the morning. Next, I apply the Makeup Perfector 4-in-1 by Maybelline as a primer. It's actually supposed to be a lightweight matte whipped makeup. It feels like a mousse and mattifies, as well evens out the complexion really good. I really like to use it as everyday makeup, but when I want a flawless base, I use it as a primer too. I mainly focus on my T-zone since those parts are where I have visible pores and discoloration. The foundation I'm using is by Sephora Collection called Best Skin Ever in the shade 18.5Y. This one is actually not my shade right now because I'm tan, so it's basically 2 shades brighter than my actual skin tone. But since this trend requires you to work with light shades so your face looks more radiant, bright, and somehow innocent and youthful, I'm using this shade. This foundation offers full coverage and a matte finish. I apply it with a brush and dab it into my skin using a dampen beauty blender at the same time to make it set into my skin better. For this trend, you want to avoid your foundation from looking dry or too powdery, even though that's a common thing when working with full coverage foundations. However, using a damp beauty blender will prevent that from happening. If you want it more natural looking, match your foundation to your skin tone for a more subtle take on the trend. Next, I use the color correcting concealer palette by NYX. I choose the peachy shade to neutralize my dark circles and brighten up my under eye area. If you have very dark circles, go for an orange CC shade, and if you have dark skin and deep dark circles, a red shade is going to work for you. Now on the other hand, if you're a fair person with dark circles, a yellow or pink CC shade will neutralize your dark circles. Now let's highlight and contour the face. First, we highlight using a full coverage concealer that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. It is said that prominent contour and highlight on the nose and cupid's bow, for example, are both hallmarks of the Douyin makeup style. I use the Best Skin Ever concealer by Sephora Collection in the shade T20 and applied under the eyes, nose tip and bridge, center of forehead, and chin. Later, I also applied a little amount above my jawline right below my cheekbones as well. The contour should be cool toned no matter what your actual undertone is. I have a warm skin tone, however I went for the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand in the shade fair to medium to sculpt my facial features like my cheekbones. I skipped my nose because I think my nose looks pointy, and for this dolly look I wanted to make it look more round and kind of move it more into the background since dolls' noses are basically unnoticeable. Furthermore, I contoured along my hairline on the forehead and also along my chin for a pointy V-shaped chin. In the next step, I blend the concealed parts with a dampened beauty blender. The contoured parts are blended with a multitasking buffer brush by Alpha Makeup in upward motions. After the products have been blended, I always go for another round of blending with the beauty blender as it gives the finish a more smooth looking appearance. What makes the Douyin makeup base complete is of course the pink blush. I chose the Charlotte Tilbury matte blush wand in the shade Pillow Talk. It has the perfect mauve yet pinky shade for this trend. I apply a few dots on top of the apples of my cheeks while smiling and also apply it on top of my cheekbones to lift my face, plus a little on my nose bridge. I blend it with a beauty blender in dabbing motions. The blush application made my face look more youthful and innocent. It really blends well into my skin, and what I love about this blush is not only the shade, but that it's so long lasting. If you want to know more about it, I got a product review on it on my channel. What I obviously have forgotten was to set my makeup with translucent powder right after I have applied concealer. So before I continue doing it, I need to blend the cream product again into my skin since it has creased into my fine lines already. Once it is done, I apply a thin layer of translucent powder by Laura Mercier around my eyes as well as on my T-zone to mattify it. To give my skin the dewy finish without actually using any glowy and luminous products previously, I used the Beauty Light Wand by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pillow Talk and applied on the highest parts of the face like the top of my cheekbones, my nose tip and bridge, my cupid's bow, and last but not least, my chin. As you can observe, because of the fact that we have highlighted more and worked with more lighter shades in contrast to sculpting and giving the face more warmth and shadow, my face shape now looks more round, which on the other hand gives me a doll-like, or should I say childish look. Moving to the brows, here we use a brow gel by Got2b to fix the brow hairs. I did not fill in my brows since they are full at the moment, but you could do it before fixing your brows. Douyin's eyebrows are more straight shaped without an arc and less prominent. Basically just take a doll's brows as an example. For the next step, it is optional, but I wanted to lift and elongate my eyes. Although Douyin's eyes are more round and big shaped, I wanted to lift my eyes to make it look less hooded. Asians would use an eyelid tape to get rid of the hood or monolid, but I find this eye lifting strap so much better. It has clips on both sides, so you can pin it to your hair and adjust the tightness at the end. It also straightens my eyebrow shape, which actually is required for this trend. What it also does is it helps me to apply a straight eyeliner without it looking crooked, which is a struggle if you have hooded eyes. Douyin's eye makeup is very simple, yet it looks dreamy because of the shiny and sparkly, almost wet looking lids. So I found these glitter gels on Amazon and wanted to try them out for the look. I applied them on and it went all well until they started to crease into my lid and make my lids looking like a huge mess. Hence, I just took them off and went in for a glitter eyeshadow by Natasha Denona's mini retro palette called Galaxy. To be honest, it doesn't sparkle because of the glitter particles are not so obvious, but it does shine and kind of give me the dewy finish on the lid. Next up is the eyeliner. I go for a brown liquid eyeliner by Sense Cosmetics for a softer look. You can also opt for black instead. Here it is important to keep it thin and sharp. The goal is to elongate the eyes with it. So all you need to do is to line your natural lash line without making it gradually thicker as we would on regular eyeliner. Just apply small thin strokes until you reach the outer half of your eye. Now it is time to apply the wing. Just extend your upper lash line by applying one straight stroke. Now connect the stroke back to your upper lash line and fill in the small triangle you have created with the product. What I really like about the Douyin Style eyeliner for my hooded eyes is because of the fact that it should be thin and narrow, it is so much easier for it to look flawless and not crooked on open eyes. Even if I would have not used the lifting strap, the thin eyeliner always works well on my hooded eyes. Next up are the lashes. Long defined lashes are required to follow this trend. So first of all, we prepare our lashes by using a lash curler to lift the lashes. This step beforehand will make the mascara application easier since the lashes are lifted already. I use the Sky High Mascara by Maybelline in the shade Cosmic Black. Apply the mascara in zigzag motions from the roots up to the tips and let the first coat dry before going to the second layer to prevent clumpy lashes. What's also required is to enhance the lower lashes. I apply a thin coat of mascara on the lower lashes as well. You don't want it too heavy since it might transfer down to your eyes, and if you already deal with mascara transferring, then go for a waterproof mascara instead or just skip this step. Then we want to further enhance our lashes with false lashes on top. Here I go for trimmed falsies by the brand Kiss in the design So Blessed. Now before we apply the falsies, we let the adhesive dry on the lash band and meanwhile switch to the important Douyin makeup feature, which is the Aegyo Sal. Aegyo Sal is a Korean term and refers to the skin under the eye or mini eye bags right below your lower lash line. I have mine naturally enhanced, but to enhance them further, I contour it. It is the fold under your eye socket. With a precise eyeliner brush and a brown eyeshadow or contour shade, I sculpt the under eye skin. Make sure it is subtle and not too heavy, otherwise it will start to look like dark circles instead. Then to highlight the enhanced bags, we choose the shade Funny Girl from the Tarte Lid palette and a pointy dense brush and fill in the bags with this highlighting shade. Also go around the tear duct for a pop of shine. I decided to apply a thin layer of the glitter gel from previously on my Aegyo Sal to make it pop even more. I kept it really subtle for it not to mess up my eye makeup again, and it worked this time. The false lashes glue got tacky by now, so I applied with a tweezer on top of the center of my upper lash line and press it against my skin for it to stick. These falsies are long and defined and also natural looking, not too dramatic. That's how you want it for the Douyin trend. Another step I went for is the bright eye pencil. I applied my waterline to make my eyes look more round and bright. The lips of the Douyin makeup style are simple and subtle. All you will need is a lip stain or a lip tint. I used the lip tint by Essence Cosmetics in the shade Chili and Chill. It has a burnt orangey shade which will look coral when applied thinly. In general, hyped lip shades are pink and peachy/coral shades. Focus on applying the product in the center of the lips and blend the product to the edges of the lips with your fingers. Last but not least, we apply a setting spray by NYX to make the makeup lock into our skin and last longer. What do you think of this doll-like makeup style? I honestly prefer it over the actual pinky Barbie makeup look. I think if the foundation would have matched my current skin tone, it would make a perfect, clean, everyday soft glam look. And by the way, do you think I look younger than 32 now? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to like and share this video if you've loved it, and subscribe to my channel. I post every weekend. Thank you.